Hi. So, taking a look at this slide, I've got Maslow's hierarchy of needs showing. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot going on right now in the world and in everyone's personal lives. And so, I thought it was a good idea to take a quick moment to look at some areas of our own development so that we are aware of the next steps that we need to take to better meet the needs of our students as or children and ourselves. So, I don't know, kind of feels something more like this right now, riding up and down the mountain, for lack of a better word, of needs and how we are. So, Maslow went over areas that we develop. We have our basic needs, feeling safe, feeling loved, having a home, a place, shelter, food, water, clothes, things that are basic needs, right? And then we have our psychological needs, feeling of self esteem, that we belong and are cared about. And finally, self actualization. So feeling like um, we're accomplishing something, we're becoming the person we want to be. And as we go through life, it's never, oh, we made it. We could have been all the way up here, but all of a sudden we plummet down to just survival mode because we're in a different setting. Things have just dramatically changed. Or we've been at basic level, but then because of the changes, our sense of purpose, our sense of what we can do or want to do might have changed. So no one's in the same place, no one stays in the same place. But if we don't recognize that we're going through all of those different places, it's very hard for us to make steps in the next direction. It's hard for us to understand how our kids are feeling or why we're struggling with working with our students or our other families because everyone's in those places. So give yourself grace, especially if you find yourself back in the basic level. You're just trying to get by, trying to sleep, get some food, and make sure everybody's safe. Forget education. Forget everybody having clean clothes on and having the healthiest meal. They're all important. But granted, sometimes that's not happening at the moment. Okay, today we're just surviving. Tomorrow, hopefully things get a bit better. So know where you're at. All right, from here, I just want you to be aware that you probably will be going through a lot of emotions. Here are some ideas and suggestions for looking at these areas for both family and teachers. I'm going to skip through some of this. I did a longer video that went through everything, but I do want you to keep in mind to ask yourself some questions. What are, especially, list some critical things in your basic level. What is the most important things that somebody needs, and what can you do to enable that to happen, including as a parent? What are the things that absolutely are needed? So when it comes to food, you have to have money. And to have money, you have to know how to have a job or work at something, right? And along with that process comes the ability to then, you have to know how to manage that money. You need to know how to count. So as we break it down, we kind of get awareness of these are the most essential things to learn to be able to do what the higher goal is in meeting basic needs. Um, yeah, it feels like this a lot of times where you just need a moment. You're going to go through a lot of emotions. I put this for a new classroom, whatever it may look like, but this is for anybody and everybody. There's going to be fears. We're going to go through grieving. All of a sudden, our world has been thrown upside down in so many directions. Some of it's good, some of it's scary, some of it's maybe bad, and we're going to go through all the emotions for grieving. Look up some point what all those can be. There are several. A lot of the different emotions. You might find yourself more teary or more angry. It's okay. Just be aware of it so that you're not hurting those you love in the process of going through it. Sensory needs, you're going to have them go through the roof. Some for yourself, some for your kids. You may see behaviors you never expected. Ability to focus or understand information. When our brain goes through some sort of trauma, we go through this very basic level of survival, as well as jumbling and putting all those puzzle pieces together, what's going on, makes it hard to focus, makes it hard for us to think and to analyze. And again, with the sensory, our whole body is we experience the world through our bodies. And so where we may never have had an issue with the feeling of something or the touch or the sound or the experience, now having a mask on can feel very strange and claustrophobic even. Or maybe it's all of a sudden the lighting in my house is driving me insane. Never did before, but now my body is more tired. The world is different. So all my senses get enhanced to process and to protect me, to make me feel safe. That will happen with kids too. So just be aware and be understanding, and reach out and ask for help when you need it.